Yo, what's going on, everyone? My name is Cardi Panda Jones, and welcome back to another episode of the Peace and Podcast. Yeah, yeah, LA Night, yeah. Yo, what's going on, everyone? I'm back with another episode, and again, it's just me. See, isn't life grand when it's just me and only me and no one else but me? Yeah. It sucks having faulty equipment that doesn't really fucking do the job that it should fucking do. Fucking stupid ass devices and their stupid malfunctions and broken buttons and shit. So, yeah, we're back with another episode with just me. And honestly, man, again, I really want to thank you guys for really listening to the episode. Excuse me, I just burped. That was totally fucking disgusting for those that are listening. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I just got done eating, and I wanted to fucking knock out an episode because I just really want to get as much out as I possibly can. And honestly, man, I did mention in the previous episode how I was going to really tell more stories and shit. And honestly, man, I thought it'd be funny to really talk about this one moment that I had with a famous rapper. But before we get into that, I want you guys to be sure to follow the podcast on Spotify and other streaming apps where you listen to your podcasts. Also, I'm not on camera because, well, I don't know. As to when we'll be on camera, don't know, don't ask, don't have an answer. But also, I do want to say to be sure to check out poggers.com. Because you know what? Your boy is being sponsored, and I am an affiliate with Poggers Drink, which is on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Poggers, Poggers drinks. You know, it's like, for those who do not know, Poggers drink is basically this drink mix where it has a bunch of delicious flavors, and oh my goodness, don't get me started on it, boy. Don't get me started on it. And honestly, man, it's like, with as much as I do have a hard time really trying to wake up and trying hard to go to sleep, because let's be honest, my sleep schedule is about as horrendous as anything that you can think of. You know, it's like I don't go to sleep till fucking 6 in the morning, and I don't wake up until 1 p.m. So my schedule is shit. You know, so there's this thing where you can change that. You know, if you're having a hard time trying to go to sleep and you're trying to get ready for school or get ready for work, but you can't seem to fucking sleep, I have a solution for that. Poggers. Grape sleep mix. You know, because it has this melatonin that really knocks you out faster than Mike Tyson's hit. You know, it's like I took a few swigs of it. Next few minutes, I was out. I was out of it. I was knocked out. And that's because of the melatonin that's mixed in it. You know, and it has a delicious grape flavor. It was tasty, you know. And if you need to wake up, if you need a boost, there's some energy mixes. I believe there was the watermelon energy mix. I believe it was a creamsicle energy mix. And there's other mixes that are not even energy based, but still very tasty. There's the mango hydration mix. And there was a new flavor that just came out recently. I think they brought it back as a returning flavor. I think. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Fuck off with all that bullshit. I could be wrong, basically. And it's called Rocket Mix. Or Rocket Hydration Mix and Rocket Energy Mix. You know, it's like basically all this tastes like bomb pop, you know, it's like one of those popsicles that fucking come in like 3 different flavors and shit, and it's like in the shape of rocket. Y'all know what I'm talking about, you know. And it came with this like really nice shaker, you know, cup shaker, you know. So it's like a few scoops, you know, it's like not even a few scoops, 1 or 2 scoops of a mix, water, tighten that bitch, shake it up, and go ahead and take a swig of it. Go ahead and take a swig of that, and guarantee you're gonna enjoy the taste of it, man. That shit will get you hopped up and ready. And honestly, man, you guys can get any of those mixes, or you can get all of the mixes. You can get the cups. I think there's a black steel cup and a standard plastic cup. And they're bringing stickers back for the little kids that just want to, you know, plaster stickers all over the place and put them on walls and doors and shit. You know? So you can get these things for 10% off. How fucking dope is that? 10% off with my code, all capital, Panda Jones 10. That's PANDAJONES 10. Panda Jones 10. 10% off on that bitch. It's worth it. It's tasty. I like it. I'm hooked. I can't stop. So be sure to check that out. Link in description of this episode. And let's just really get into it. So again, you guys won't regret it. I'm certainly happy that I fucking drink it. Alright, so I mentioned in a previous episode how I tried drinking, smoking, and edibles. And believe me, all of those moments sucked, including the fucking edibles, man. Second time I had edibles, fucking felt like shit. First time I had an edible, didn't feel a fucking thing. Pretty sure I was lied to. Maybe. Can't really tell. All I know is that I tried it, didn't feel any different. As a matter of fact, it just made the day feel much fucking longer in school. But we're not talking about those. If you want to listen to that episode, go backwards. Not forwards, backwards. No, in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the time I interacted through the internet with a member of Bone Thugs and Harmony. And that member that I interacted with on social media is none other than Bizzy Bone. Now, for those of you who do not listen, who do not know who Bizzy Bone or Bone Thugs are, Bone Thugs and Harmony is a rap group that was founded, well, not founded, I mean, it's not like a fucking brand that was just owned. They are a 5-member group, Crazy, Lazy, Busy, Wish, Flesh. These 5 dudes came from Cleveland back in the 90s. They showed up to LA to be signed by the one and only, the granddaddy of hip-hop and gangster rap, Easy motherfucking E. He recognized dopeness. He recognized style. He recognized the fast, you know, that sick fast flow, you know, that fast shit. And the way that they fucking harmonize, you know. It's like the way that Bone Thugs go off in the music, man, they are fucking excellent. And Eazy-E recognized that shit. He recognized dopeness. And he signed them to Ruthless Records with their first debut album, Creeping on a Come Up, with a song called For the Love of Money, featuring the one and only Easy motherfucking E. Let me tell you, man, Easy E, he knew what he was doing. He knew that these 5 guys from the Double Glock East 1999 Cleveland, he knew that these guys would blow up. And let me tell you, Easy E is not the only one that Bone Thugs have worked with, collabed with. They collabed with the late, great Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G., a.k.a. Biggie Smalls. These 5 guys fucking teamed up with all of them. They even worked with Phil Collins. You know, the same Phil Collins that fucking sings, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. You know, that fucking guy. You know, so Bone Thugs and Harmony are like one of the biggest rap groups of my time. I've been a fan of them ever since I heard Eternal E and Resurrection. When I first heard Resurrection, I thought, oh my goodness, whoever these guys are, I love it. And the first song I ever heard was Notorious Thugs that they did with Biggie. That was the very first song I ever heard Bone Thugs on. Now that you got an idea who Bone Thugs are, one of the greatest rap groups, here's one of the guys. Bizzy Bone, well-known, quirky voice. You know, it's like he's basically the rapper that sounds like as if he raps with helium in his voice. No offense to him, you know. It's like at the end of the day, it's all love to Bone. It's all love to Bizzy. You know, so it's like it's all love in the end, you know. So Bizzy Bone, he's the guy that fucking sounds like that, you know. But it's like his style, his flow, it's still incomparable, you know. It's like you have so many other different rappers that can fucking go at the same flow and style, you know, like Tech Nine, like Twister, like Busta Rhymes. You know, it's like these guys, they fucking all have that super fast, sick with it flow. But Bizzy, he has that shit on lock. And he's been recording his own records even after Bone Thugs like went their separate ways, you know, to work on their own stuff, you know. Crazy working on his albums, Lazy working on his albums. Don't know about the rest. I'm pretty sure they're all doing the same shit too. I'm pretty sure they're all just living their lives, you know. And some of them probably even retire. I mean, fuck if I know. But with Bizzy Bone, let me tell you, man, I got an interacted response from Bizzy Bone because this was during the time when Crazy Bone was hospitalized, and I posted in a Instagram story how I wish him well. I wish Crazy Bone to recover and everything, and how like Crazy Bone's in my prayers, you know, how I'm hoping for a speed recovery and that he gets well and everything. And he did. He is better. He's back to recording music again. And I tagged him and Lazy and Bizzy in that same story. And Bizzy responded, and he said, thank you for the support, and thank you for being a fan of Bone Thugs. And honestly, and this was just like the inner child in me that took the phone and just got excited like a little kid, you know. It's like that inner child in me just snatched the phone and fucking started like texting him saying like how I'm a fan, how I like this album, I like this flow. And honestly, man, it's like I completely fanboyed out. And it got to a point to where it's like, okay, he responded. Awesome. And here's the thing. It did not stop. I continuously like commented on stories here whenever he posts something. Whenever a story comes out, he posts. when he released a album a while ago. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. It wasn't The Mantra, but I did tell him how The Mantra was great. But it was some other album. I think it was War with Roses or some shit. I don't know. I can't remember what album I mentioned or name drop. But I said how I wasn't really feeling this album, and it got to a point to where like, okay, I'm bugging him. I'm seriously bugging. I need to fucking calm down. And it even got to a point to where like he fucking posted a story and I commented saying I'm too tired to fucking figure this shit out, and he found that comment funny. So it's like he responds here and there. I'm fucking being a pest, commenting on a bunch of stories and posts, and I'm being obnoxious. I can't help it. It's like I get so geeked out with music, and it's like when someone famous, someone well known, responds or reacts to something, it's like that inner child in me gets excited, like, oh, he interacted, he responded. I'm happy. It's like when Bear McCreary liked a story I made about singularity, or when Snow the Product liked a story I posted. Okay, so basically, after continuous bugging and being a fucking pest to a well-known rap mogul like Bizzy, I fucking logged onto Instagram one day and I noticed, hmm, nothing's popping up. And not only that, like it fucking says Instagram user right next to his picture, and I thought, wait, did he? So it's like I fucking went to the profile and nothing popped up. So it's like I looked at it and I thought, oh my gosh, I fucking got blocked by Bizzy Bone. And it was fucking hilarious. It's like I even screenshotted that and told a few friends, like, dude, Bizzy Bone fucking blocked me. I got blocked by Bizzy Bone. And I think Morgan from How Bored Are Your Podcast and East Montgomery, he fucking responded and said, Bizzy Bone did what? I told him, yeah, he fucking blocked me on Instagram. I explained to him what happened and everything, and he said, dude, you need to fucking chill out, man. Like, it's one thing to fucking, like, get excited, but it's another thing when you're just being obnoxious. So it's like, honestly, quite a few people were clowning me about it. Some didn't care, others found it funny, and some wanted to know what happened, and I explained to them all what happened. So, from that day on, I learned my lesson not to be a pest and to just not geek out whenever someone huge interacts or responds or reacts to anything. It's like, because I gotta remember, like, okay, don't geek out, don't fucking get crazy. They're people too. So after that, I learned, and I'm still blocked by Bizzy. And honestly, I highly doubt he'd be listening. But honestly, Bizzy Bone, I do want to apologize for not only being an obnoxious pest, but I do hope to eventually have you on the podcast and we can do an interview about how Bone became what it is, how Bone even became a name, and before and after, like the 90s. It's like it would be an honor to interview you. Again, I highly doubt that he'll hear this, but honestly, man, it's like it would be an amazing opportunity. One, because it would be a personal redemption for me for what happened. And two, it would just be amazing just to really hear your story and, just really have you as a guest. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And again, much love. Again, remember 10% off Panda Jones 10 Poggers. That's Poggers drink.com/ all capitals PANDAJONES 10. Again, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you again, really, guys, for listening to this podcast still. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't know when, don't know what I'll talk about, but you'll know when.